Hello folks, welcome to the channel. Hope everybody is keeping well on yet again another glorious day. Well, I'm out and about on my mighty Triumph Speed Twin 1200, and I was in my local BMW dealer the other day, the Mansell Collection, just having a hot beverage, and I was speaking to the sales guys down there, Darren and Tony, just general chit chat, and I saw on the showroom floor a very nice machine, new from BMW, and it was the R12S. So I sort of cheekily said, any chance of taking that out for a test ride, doing a bit of video on it? And they said absolutely no problem at all. That's where I'm going today. So without further ado, let's roll the intro. Welcome back folks. So here it is. This is BMW's R12S, and I have to say, beautiful day, beautiful colour scheme. I think they call that Larva Orange. Yeah, it just looks, well, I think it just looks how a classic retro modern bike should look. And I think folks, as you will agree, it looks absolutely stunning. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to pop my other glove on. It's not going to be an in-depth review. I've only got it for a few hours with all the stopping and starting. Do you know what? As and when, I'll just bang some figures up here. But in the meantime, let's jump on the bike and go for a little bit of a spin. It is a stunning looking machine, and I think the colour is absolutely beautiful. And I really like the little cockpit fairing with the slightly tinted screen as well. Yeah, it looks absolutely beautiful. And obviously it's not the new water-cooled engine, it's the 1170cc. I think it's 109 horsepower, 115 newton meters of the good old torque. So it's the air oil-cooled engine. It's a lovely bit of kit. Keyless ride. So all you have to do is switch it all on, and you do have an option to either have the standard twin classic dials that it will come with as part of the purchase, shall we say, but the optional extras you can get, and this has had everything fitted. In fact, there's only two optional extras you can get. That's one of them, the micro TFT. I can't remember how much that is. I think it is, I don't know, I'll put it up here anyway. And tire pressure monitoring system, that's another accessory that you can get. And again, I'll put the price up here, and that and the TPMS are on the bike. So you cannot spec it out anymore, but it is, so see, looking over that way, it is a glorious day. I am on a glorious machine. What else is there to do other than to turn the bike on, which we have done, start it up, and we've got the classic BMW Boxer burble, and if you rev it, you get the BMW rock. So I think what we'll do is go for a little bit of a ride. So I'll try and get some specs out as and when I can. Let's just start off with the price then. So there's not a limited run of these bikes. You can basically go to the BMW configurator and spec this bike, and as it is now in the UK, it's pretty specced out anyway. But as we said, the only two extra accessories that you can get for this bike are the micro TFT and the TPMS, and with all that stuff put on, that adds another, I'm going to say, 400 odd pounds to the price. And the UK price, as I sit on the bike here, is something in the region of £19,000. So the base price for the R90, I can't remember how much it is, but I'm going to put it up here, and I think it's about 14 grand. So from the base price to this special model, and there's no limited run, it is, if you want it you can order it and BMW will do it for you. I think the difference is around about £4,000. The engine is still exactly the same, so you can't go any faster. Top speed is about 134 miles an hour. I'm not sure how good the little cockpit fairing is going to be with a little screen. I have no idea, but it looks damned good. So the engine is still going to be banging out 109 horsepowers and 115 newton meters of torque, so no different compared to the base R90 model. Fuel range, 16 litre tank, 3.5 kind of reserve, and if you ride it until it runs out of the go-go juice, you're going to be looking at about 195 miles. I think the fuel consumption is something in the region of 5.1 kilometers per litre. If I can work out the mileage per gallon, I'll whack it up here. So that's what the bike is, and it's an engine that is going to pull from low down in typical boxer tradition, and yeah, all the power is low down to mid-range. Yeah, they run out of puff a bit higher up, but that's not what these bikes are about, and certainly not what this bike is about. This bike is about, for dare I say it, looking cool, and I think you need to be dressed in the right kit as well. Not a JC full face helmet, but it is really nice. So that's the price then, and this one has got the only accessories above the standard price you can put on this, and that is the micro TFT, which I've got to say, I think it looks all right actually. You've got all the information on there you want, and it's very easy to scroll through. The button on the left hand side here, top of the rocker button here, just press it and then that will scroll through the TFT there. I'll put something up here as I did it when I was stationary. And then the modes, you've got rain, road and dynamic. There is no dynamic pro, selected by the mode button on the right hand side. Comes with heater grip, separate heater grip button on here, that will come up on the micro TFT as well. And you've got cruise control, which all these bikes seem to have these days from BMW. So you've got everything on here that you want. And what else is there? Trying to ride and talk at the same time, I always find that quite difficult from an electronics point of view. So let's get all that stuff out of the way. I think it's got pretty much everything on it. It's got the dynamic part of it, so lean sensitive, ABS and traction control and all that kind of stuff. If I'm wrong in anything, I'll put a note up there to say I'm wrong, but unless I say otherwise, I think it's got an IMU, so it has got the dynamic lean sensitive stuff for the TC and the braking as well if you get a bit too hot going around the corner. So it is going to look after you. I'm very much of these kind of bikes. I love my Speed Twin, the classic look. And I think maybe that's where I'm going to say Triumph with their new 1200. Well, I'm going to say I'm not too keen. It's a bit Marmitey. Their new clock, which is angled to one side. I think maybe they should have taken a leaf out of BMW's book and done something like this specific to the Speed Twin. But I guess commonality with parts throughout the range makes things cheaper, keeps the accountants happy. But I think Triumph have missed out on there. They should have done some nice classic clocks, which BMW have got here, which obviously I'll put a picture up on the screen as well. This bike's done about 60 miles, so it hasn't been running. The engine feels really nice. It's got that typical few little vibes through the handlebars. But yeah, that's what the Boxer engine is. Gives it lots of character. It's got plenty of go in it. Plenty of go. Yeah, and I like it a lot. I'd buy one, but my wife would divorce me. Oh, okay, maybe I'll go and buy one then. But no, it's a very nice machine. From a comfort point of view, 795 millimeters on the seat. It's a comfortable seat, and I do like the red stitching on it as well. It doesn't look very thick, but I can feel it is nice and supportive. And the angle of the dangle, i.e. the bend in the knees, positioned on the foot pegs, is just slightly forward of my hips, I think. So it should be a comfortable bike for you to ride on for many, many hours, having much fun. I think I prefer the older version styling to the newer one, but in this colour, absolutely brilliant. Really like it. So the handlebars a little bit wide, shall we say, but yeah, I've just jumped off my Speed Twin and I've only been on this for about half an hour, but very comfortable. Clutch is lightish, I guess, hydraulic clutch, and the brakes are nice as well. And you've got the clutch and the brakes obviously hydraulic, and they are both adjustable for span, and I've got little diddy hands. Tyre wise, you've got Metzeler Sportex somethings, I believe, on there. They seem very nice. And braking wise, you've got some nice Brembo 4-piston monoblock things on the front and twin piston Brembos on the back, doing a sterling job. Low speed stuff, very nice. And the steering wise, yeah, not too heavy at all actually, fairly neutral. Yeah, it's an easy machine to ride. I think they do an A2 version as well. And the wheels are actually beautiful aluminium wheels. I think they're specific for this S model. Yeah, look really, really nice. Look gorgeous, actually. Suspension wise, they're fully adjustable on the front. I think they're a little bit too soft, actually, so I would adjust the preload and the compression, possibly. So it's not dialed in for me. I don't know if it's dialed in for anybody, but a little bit of dive on the front there, but fully adjustable, and you could dial that out. And obviously you can adjust the handlebars forwards and backwards as well, so you get the perfect riding position. And on the back then, I'm not sure what the rear is adjustable for. I'm just going to say preload only, but if I've got that wrong, I will amend it up here on the screen. But the handling is very, very nice. It's just a nice place to be. I did actually think it was a single-seater until I arrived down at Mansell's, the BMW dealership. No, you can get 2 people on here. So you've got a partner, friend, or whatever who wants to go on the back. You can do that, absolutely no problem. The bike, as you buy it, the S model with that Larva Orange, lovely colour scheme. As you see the bike here, it's got everything on it that you want from the 7.9 option Shadow 2 billet thing or something. So they've thrown the kitchen sink at it when it comes to brake and clutch levers, reservoir caps. You've got the brake lever, the gear shift lever, the foot pegs, they're all black 719 stuff. So they've put absolutely everything on it. Black handlebars as standard. And the beauty of this engine is it will pull from low down. And handling wise, okay, it's only done 60 miles, just taking it a little bit on the easy side. Very nice. What else can I say about it? It looks damned cool, actually. And it's got that nice BMW exhaust note to it as well. Euro 5 plus compliant, and I spoke to Darren, the manager down at the BMW dealer where I collected the bike from, and he doesn't think that you can get any exhaust for it because Euro 5 plus, they've got a sensor before it goes into the exhaust, so it's very hard to is it the Lambda sensor, so it's very hard to get around it. But maybe one of the exhaust manufacturers will, but at the moment I don't think you can get another exhaust for it. But comments down below, I might be wrong, but it does sound nice anyway, and it looks nice. I'm going to say the over and under kind of shotgun kind of exhaust. Yeah, very nice, like it a lot. Mirrors, again, 719 stuff. So as I said, what you see on the bike is what comes as standard for that £18,500, or nearly 19 with the TFT and the TPMS stuff. Not sure if the pillion seat is under there or you have to attach a pillion seat. I'm not sure about that one. I'm going to say that the pillion seat is under there unless I'm wrong, and if that's the case, then I will put something on the screen. Are the indicators self-cancelling? I'd be very surprised if they're not. And there we go, second gear, 20-mile-an-hour speed limit, and absolutely no problem at all there. No chugging, very responsive, and I am in dynamic mode, so I don't think the indicators are, yep, well they are self-cancelling as well. There's a bonus. And I've got a warning on here, something about fuel, something about 1 mile. So I don't really want to run out of fuel, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some fuel in the bike. Be back shortly. And if you want to know what it sounds like, let's have a listen, shall we? Hopefully it will come out. That's what it sounds like. There we go, unleaded, that will do me. And everything is keyless, so let's turn it off. Lift this up. Sissy. Lift it up. And is that, or do I have to put anything there? So it looks like we need the key for that one. One key in there. Bosh. Right, that'll do. Ooh. Yeah, I don't think that's a automatic fuel filler cap release. I think that's a manual job. There we go. Go button is on. And let's go. Welcome back, folks. Now we've got some fuel in the 16-litre tank. So let's just talk about the handling. So yeah, handle's nice and neutral. Yeah, no effort required really. And I think I said already, it's got the Mansell Sportec tyres on it. Yeah, it goes all right. Yeah, steers fine. Yeah, absolutely fine. Just when you brake, the front dives a bit, but I think you just need to adjust the preload or the compression, just for moi, as they say. But yeah, it goes all right for an oldish engine. Yeah, it does go all right. Lots of fun you can have on this, and even with all the blingy bits that it comes with the black levers and the black gear shift brake pedal and the black, I mean the footrests, there's no rubber on there at all, but it's still comfortable, and you just get that tingling from the engine through the bars and the foot pegs. Yeah, which is all character, I guess. Yeah, handles all right, handles fine, and it has got the gear shift assistance. So again, it's a new engine, but certainly way better than my R1250 GS, so I don't really tend to use that on mine. But the gear shift assistance pro, or quick shift, or whatever you want to call it, yeah, it seems to work okay. Yeah, it's all right. Styling wise then, yeah, I prefer the older R9T, but the newer 2425 R12 R9T S is nice, but I do prefer the older one for some reason. But this S model in the Larva Orange is, well, I think it's just simply stunning. Low speed handling, yeah, nice, it's nice, yeah. And using the quick shifter up the box, yeah, that surprises me how good the quick shifter is on that. Really quite smooth up the box and then down the box. Yeah, really nice, and I'd say that's better than the GS 1300 as well. So whatever BMW have done on this bike, yeah, the quick shifter, very nice, or gear shift assistance pro, or whatever it's called. Yeah, but it is very, very sweet. Maybe not as sweet as some of the four-cylinder bikes, but for a boxer, I would say that's the best I've ever used actually. And the engine's only done 66 miles or something. Yeah, good job BMW on that quick shifter. Nice. Here comes the history lesson. So why have they gone for an S model? Well, basically back in 1973-76, BMW, I don't know if they got bored or something, but they thought, let's take the boxer engine racing. So they had the I'm going to say the was it the R900S? I think it was. It was a gold one. I don't know if it's called Daytona Orange, but it was an orangey goldy bike, and they took it across to the States and raced it in a series of races over there. And basically in 76 it sort of won a lot of races actually. Beat a lot of the four-cylinder bikes from Kawasaki, from Japan, i.e. the Honda CB750s, the Kawasaki Z1s, and then you had the Moto Guzzi 850, and then you had the Larva Orange, if I've pronounced that properly. So it did well in the States. Yeah, they basically, BMW got bored. They wanted to go racing with the boxer engine, R900S, I think it was, and they went racing, and I think they won the Daytona in 76, and I think in the same year in 76 they won the Ardeman TT for the class that they entered it in. So that's really why they've got this special model. Is S stand for special, or does S stand for special sport? Not sure. And I think it did back then, I think they did 124 miles an hour from a BMW back then. Was pretty impressive actually. So that's why we got this model is out now. It's a bit of an homage from those times. Gearbox on the way up then, using the clutch lever, not too bad. On the way down, again, it's all right, not clunky at all. And the throttle response, yeah, it's nice. nice and progressive. And again, just changing over to the quick shifter, again nice. Yeah, good job BMW. You have done a cracking job, but the styling of the bike I think is lovely. Only comes in one flavour, Larva Orange, but it's a lovely day. The paintwork is glistening with the red pinstripes down here, and you can chuck it around and with those wide bars, yeah, and have some fun on it. And you could, I think you genuinely could spend all day on this. Nice bike to have a little bit of fun on once you've sorted out the front forks. It's nice. I mean, I haven't noticed the rear suspension, so it must be doing its thing. Man in a white van must be doing its thing fine. Low down grunt, it's good. It's got a steering damper on the front. And speed wise, it's not going to rip your arms off, but it goes well. It's got enough that you're going to have a bit of a giggle on it. It'll get you from A to B nice and quickly. And the rear brake is okay as well. Good bike, BMW. I do like that quick shifter. I do like the quick shifter. That is the best quick shifter that I've used on a boxer engine. Very nice. So I've just pulled over, we're in neutral, and let's just put it into first gear. Yeah, see, no clunk at all. So I've got to say, with that quick shifter, I don't know what BMW have done, but the gearbox on this is very nice, I have to say, for a boxer engine, really nice. So we're coming to the end of the video now. I think if you've got just shy of £19,000 to spend on a modern classic retro bike, then get down and have a look at one of these. It's a nice looking bike. Get down to your dealer, go and take one out, and if you're in Jersey, go down to the Mansell Collection, speak to Darren or Tony, and they will gladly take a load of money from you once you've had a demo ride on this very nice machine. In relation to the Triumph Speed Twin, which is, I love my Speed Twin, I would say that this is a bigger bike, physically a bigger bike. I think it weighs 220 kilos ready to go. There is no centre stand, but it is a bigger bike, so maybe if you're a bigger person, then this might be the bike for you. And yeah, certainly the Speed Twin is noticeably smaller, thinner, narrower on the handlebars as well. I find the handlebars just a little bit on the wide side, and the Speed Twin is just feels that little bit more nimble, should we say. But this bike, I think, it's got all the modern gizmos on it, and it goes well. If you want to do 134 miles an hour, it will let you do 134 miles an hour. BMW should have chucked in the TPMS things on there as part of the price, really, and just maybe made the only accessory is to go for the TFT, which I've got to say I quite like. And I haven't seen the classic dials in the flesh, I've just seen the media photos. Yeah, I don't know which I prefer actually, but anyway, it's a cracking bike. Yeah, it's a nice bike. If you're in the classic retro modern bike thing, then have a look at this. It's the gearbox and the quick shifter that has really surprised me, but this is the first new generation R90 that I've ridden. Now, in relation to all the lights on the bike, they are LED indicators, headlight and the rear light as well. And the headlight, when you turn the bike on, then the center portion of the headlight illuminates, and it looks a little bit like a bird or something like that. And the headlight has got an adaptive control, so it moves when you go around the corners to make it easier for you to see around the corner at night time. Anyway, that's the lights, they're all LED. Now, in relation to other bits and pieces you get on the bike, you get a DIN socket down here. I think it's a DIN socket, and I believe it's where you plug the battery tender in. And then on the left hand side, and if I'm wrong on that DIN connector, I'll amend that. And on the left hand side, you've got your USB connector if you want to charge anything from down there. And you also get a 3-year warranty. Woohoo! Jacob. So nearly back at the Mansell Collection, and just my final thoughts really. So yeah, it isn't a cheap bike, folks. £18,500 plus if you want the little TFT micro display as opposed to the classic dials. And I think on balance I would kind of go for the classic dials to fit in with the bike, but that's pretty good actually, the micro TFT and the TPMS system. So that's going to bump it up to nearly just shy of £19,000. So it's a lot of cash for the bike. And the bike, don't get me wrong, is I really like the bike. I love the colour, but it is a fairly expensive bit of kit actually for what I guess is going to be a sunny weather bike. But yeah, nice job BMW. I really do like the machine. But there are other bikes out there, namely the Triumph, etc., to name but a few, I guess. One thing I have noticed is that from time to time when you dethrottle lower speeds actually, then it does carry a little bit of speed, like this, squirting some fuel into the injectors, so that just sort of overruns a little bit. And the riding position, no weight on the wrists whatsoever, so yeah, good bike to go and do some serious miles in the day on. So yeah, the riding position overall is very nice, and I know I've said it before, but I really like the quick shifter, and the gearbox is quite nice for a boxer engine. Does look good though. Hopefully everybody's looking at me going, cool guy on a cool bike. Or maybe they're saying something else. Who knows. And the engine's got more than enough go, more than enough. Well, that's it folks, hope you enjoyed the video. I'm not sure how long it's going to be. Make some comments in the comment section down below. Do all that YouTubey stuff, hit the like button, subscribe, much appreciated. And there we are, back at the Mansell Collection. Ride safe, and we'll see you all again soon in the next video. And that has been the very nice R12S from BMW. Very nice. It does look good. Cheerio for now. Hope you enjoyed the video. Bye bye.